going on? Culturedog Sam Hatch back with another metal video. We're going to do another Blu-ray spotlight video, and this time I'm going to talk about a band that was accused of ripping off Metallica for a large portion of their career, and it's a cool pickup I've been waiting to get. It is a release that kind of exemplifies my problem with collecting music in the Blu-ray age. A lot of times, when a band would come out with a live album, they would have, like a deluxe edition that came with the CDs. And I'm a metal DJ, so I want to have the CDs to play on the air and for my personal collection. So I want to get like the deluxe package. But I'm also a home theater enthusiast and high def guy, so I want the Blu-ray as well. And a lot of times, the DVD super package will come with the CDs, and the Blu-ray won't. Or sometimes in this case, the Blu-ray is not available at all. But I found out that there is one for this release overseas, and I ordered it, and it took forever, but it finally showed up. The Testament Dark Roots of Thrash Blu-ray, limited Steelbook edition, and pretty cool. It's from a show in New York from 2013, February 15th at the Paramount Theater in Huntington, New York. And I actually saw the show, I believe it was the night after in Worcester, Mass. And this features Gene Hoglan on drums. And the rest of the band is still the kind of classic lineup: Alex Skolnick and Eric Peterson on guitars, and Greg Christian on bass, and the almighty Chuck Billy on vocals. And it's funny, I was just talking with my buddy about this, about Testament in general, about how some of their older material, when it's played live and I'm watching it live, it seems to like kind of suck the energy level down low. It's weird. I don't know why. You think songs like Into the Pit or Over the Wall would kind of pump you up and get you ready to go, because I mean, these guys are masters of thrash. They've been around since the beginning of the thrash scene in the Bay Area. But I don't know, for some reason their sets seem to take like a bit of a lull like during that stuff. But this actually features a lot of stuff from Dark Roots of Earth, and I think their newer albums are just far and beyond like above the writing quality of their older stuff. So I'm totally happy to hear a lot of the newer stuff. But that, with that caveat there, on video, I don't have any of those problems. I can watch videos of them playing like albums all the way through. If they're classic albums, I think they're awesome, and they're great to watch, and they're a lot of fun. It's something about it being live that for some reason that doesn't work for me. But no complaints here. This is a really cool release. It's got this weird kind of partial, kind of like mega obi strip slash I don't know, slipcase thing. But the Steelbook is actually really gorgeous. I'm not really like obsessed with Steelbooks, like especially when there's like certain titles that it seems like every 3 minutes there's a new Steelbook. There's like the Bed Bath & Beyond exclusive Steelbook, and like there's people that will have like 30 copies of Iron Man, so you can have like the copy of Iron Man's ass cheeks like emblazoned in gold, and it just the collector ennui just settles in. Flashes back to my days collecting comics when Todd McFarlane had like 59 covers of every issue of Spider-Man, embossed in silver, embossed in gold, embossed in pewter, embossed, it's like with a picture of my grandma on the cover. Collect them all, buy the same exact thing 3,000 times. And now that that's happened to Blu-ray, I just go, ugh. But that said, this rules, so, haha, Blu-ray, Steelbook, yeah! This thing is really cool looking, and it's got this kind of shiny gold writing on there, and yeah, so I had to get it, because this is the only way you can get this show on Blu-ray, and most of the time, I wouldn't really mind that much, but all these shows are shot in HD now, so now why do I want the DVD? I had to get, the Gojira, release on Blu-ray, which was nice. They released it over here in the States. So I was really glad to be able to find a copy. I didn't think I was going to be able to get it because it was limited, and I thought it was run out, but I did dig it out. And, it comes with, the CDs of the show, which is great. And underneath all this stuff is the Blu-ray. So yeah, there's like 18 songs, lots of stuff on there, great stuff. There's a lot of frenetic editing, so if that drives you crazy, You might want to tune out after a while. And not only is there frenetic editing, there's a lot of style changes. It goes from black and white to color to special effects, and shots of Gene Hoglan drumming will have like a shaky cam effect. I mean, the directors kind of pull out every trick in the book, and that's either cool or like a little over exuberant, and you might get tired of that a little bit. But yeah, and I'm never a fan of shows where it just keeps flashing so much and you can never see anything anyone's going to do. That said, I was paying attention. I'm like, well, this is really too crazy. But then I watched when Alex Skolnick's first solo came up, and I'm like, all right, they're actually letting you watch the solo. They're cutting to different shots around him, but they know enough to stick with a certain member of the band when they're doing something interesting. They even break up the frame a lot. It's widescreen 16:9, so they have a couple bits where there's like at least 6 different like sub frames going on where you see all the different members of the band and like a master shot of the facility there. So it looks gorgeous. The colors are rich and really just popping right out of the screen. Looks amazing. So if you are a fan of Testament, I know these guys caught a lot of flack. It's weird because a lot of their peers even used to talk crap about them. I've got an old issue talking about the Clash of the Titans tour, and Megadeth and Slayer and Anthrax were all just wicked dismissive of Testament. Megadeth toured with them on that tour in Europe, and I've got the raw footage of the Megadeth behind the scenes kind of DVD or VHS tape that never was from the Rust in Peace era, and the guys are in the band are just in the back room just ripping Testament apart and calling them testicle, and everyone just wrote them off as a Metallica clone. It's really interesting because now that I listen back to their back catalog, they've got a little bit more groove and things like that in the Practice What You Preach, Souls of Black era than Metallica did, and I don't know, it does. At the time, maybe there was certain elements of it that stood out, but now I just see Testament as Testament and Metallica as Metallica, and their own kind of distinctive stylistic kind of tendencies jump out at me more than any similarities. So yeah, it's awesome having all the new tunes. Extras, there is a kind of montage. Not really that much information. It's just mostly tunes from Dark Roots of Earth. Played over images of the band getting ready to play live and stuff like that. And there's the Native Blood video clip there. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, definitely a no-brainer if you're a fan of the band. They've got all the kind of classic hits in there and some of the new ones too. Rise Up, big fan of. But yeah, I think their last like 2 or so albums are like the ultimate best of the band. And then I'm still a fan of like The Gathering and that kind of era, Demonic. But yeah, it's a good kind of mix of the new and the flashing back to the legacy and New Order and that kind of stuff. Is it worth importing? Definitely. Check it out. Or just, come and hang out with me and we'll watch it and throw some horns. So, Testament, Dark Roots of Thrash. Cheers.